Yes, hi there, Dex here. This is as much a response to the comments that I'm seeing, and certainly, Vicky, thank you for sending me this way. I've seen some of the uh, winter winter people meetings, and this is a really interesting time. I think for you guys to be an American. Um, Look, the simple fact is that support the troops, the rah rah rah, wave the flag, jingoism. As a nation, Americans really get caught up in that shit way too easy. It's from a Canadian's perspective, it's remarkable how easy it is to get, um, you know, the USA chants, and it's all about America number one and we're number one and blah 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 and all this sort of shit. And it's sad stuff. I think uh, a couple things are going on here. Number one, regardless of your political affiliation, whether you're conservative or liberal, I don't believe in Democrat or Republican. The only Republican I've seen in the last 30 years is Ron Paul, and you guys threw him under a bus. By you guys, I mean the American media, the powers that be that run the networks, threw the guy completely under the fucking bus. So you don't want conservatives, because conservatives, geez, you might actually save some money as opposed to, boring hand over fist from communist countries, just so you can, sell a gazillion of whatever from Walmart, So I mean that's a bit of a sidebar issue, so I do apologize for that. But in the last election cycle, you had a situation where, coming off of Clinton, where the fact that he was a draft dodger, I must have heard Christ 1,000 times. So you come around to the 2004 election, and John Kerry gets thrown under the bus. Now here's a guy who did serve his country, volunteered, served, and he was completely thrown under the fucking bus. When folks step outside of the norm for what it's meant to be American, whether that's John Wesley Clark or John Murtha or whatever, they get completely demonized. Support the troops is just a bumper sticker. Beyond that, it doesn't mean a goddamn thing, unfortunately. I wish it did, because when I watch the debates and I talk to my conservative friends who live stateside, and they all talk about, well, we can't have the Democrats get in because, God damn it, they're going to raise my taxes. Can't have that. No, 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 no. Like, okay, well, it's been a fucking absolutely free-for-all for the last 8 years. But, you're going to have to take care of your veterans coming home. You got some 400,000 fellas with either having brain injuries or false limbs, prosthetics, and so forth. You've got these guys that were in the National Guard, or guys that were in the program where they had signed up to go to college, and got shipped over there, and they came back in pieces. Well, who pays for that? You don't believe supporting the troops means getting behind the GI Bill. The GI Bill is a good thing, isn't it? But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, after 9/11, it was everybody hug a firefighter, as well they should. But then I read in some cases, firefighters making 30, 40 grand maximum. And then I hear, well, it's all about the education. But then you pay your teachers like shit. That's as a Canadian, that's what we don't understand. People, when they'll say, oh, Canada's socialist, it's bad, it's this, it's that. Yeah, well, fuck, teachers make a good amount of coin here. As well they should. Don't you think? And I don't know what the starting pay is in the States. I mean, by some accounts, I see shit $2,000 a month. It's like $24,000. That's it. That's all you think your boys should get paid? You know, and then not have a proper GI Bill coming back? Not at least have their university paid for them? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know, now I'm 40 years old, so I grew up during the Cold War with all the Schwarzenegger movies and whatnot, where, you know, every other movie, action movie that you watched had a Vietnam veteran loose cannon, whether it was Lethal Weapon or you know, whatever the case was. And that was kind of, you know, all the Steven Seagal movies and shit like that. That was kind of the main plot device. And I think it goes without saying that each and every soldier whose boots hit the ground, pretty much in Iraq or Afghanistan or Bosnia, man, they're changed. You know, they're changed. And I don't know, it seems to me these meetings they're having, you know, if America really was home of the free, land of the brave, we'd be watching this on network TV, wouldn't we? It wouldn't be relegated to YouTube. You know? But yes, I would say this is a very interesting time to be an American, because you really have to rethink, you know, a lot of the bullshit that's been pounded into you guys. This notion that we're not going to leave Iraq till we win. You can't win. Iraq is not a winnable war. The war is over. The war on terror. There's no such thing as a war on terror. You can't fight against a tactic. It's impossible for you to defend against terror. As I've said before, it's just impossible. You know, are you going to stop people from buying diesel gasoline? You're going to stop people from going to get fertilizer for the garden? No. Well, there you go. Those are the two main components of your everyday basic bomb. People can't stop driving cars. That's not happening. So, you know, if somebody's got it in their noggin that they want to wire up their, you know, Grand Am like a bomb and drive her into traffic and blow themselves up real good, there's no way you can prevent that. So this notion, this war on terror, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm glad to see that slowly but surely, you know, Americans are kind of coming out of their fucking haze on this. But it's been known for, you know, quite some time. When the bombings happened in the UK, and it was found out fucking in no time that it was complete horseshit, that they were MI5 agents. Boom, you know. So I for whatever reason, Americans slowly but surely seem to be the last to sort of come around to get it. I just wish that the Ron Paul revolution would really. I mean, I got high hopes, only hopes really, for the march that's coming in July. I think if you really want to see your country make a drastic shift, if you really give a shit, if you really want to support the troops, then listen to what they say. The enlisted armed forces right now, by far, are throwing their monetary support behind Ron Paul. Period. So forget about your own self-interests. If you believe in supporting the troops, bring them the fuck home. Do whatever you can to get Ron Paul heard. Ron Paul must be heard. Bottom line. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of bullshit. So anyway, that's it. And I salute you. Take care. Peace.